Disclaimer. We are not Critical Role or roleplay professionals, so please do temper your expectations. For this campaign, we are going to be attempting one of the hardest written campaigns known to Dungeons & Dragons. Tyranny of Dragons. The characters that we'll be playing in this campaign are as followed. The fallen Aasimar paladin, Lucille von Rondanor, played by myself, his adopted daughter, the feral child shifter barbarian, Alice von Rondanor, played by Ray, the vulture Ararocca Holowon Dampiem monk, Mortis the Damned, played by Troll, and finally, the Dragonborn druid Trish, played by the captain. And as per usual, we have our favourite, bunny-obsessed, forever thespian DM, Andy Rue, to set the scene and carry us through this marvellous misadventure into the Forgotten Realms, as Lucille and co. fight to stop the Dragon Cult's plans. Warning. We are going to make this campaign look a little easier than it actually is. Mainly because we have a monk that can fly and crawl along walls. You have been warned.
Hello, welcome to Tyranny of Dragons. Yes, we're going to begin this campaign. Because this is me as the dungeon master with 4 players. So would each player like to begin an introduction to their own character? Starting with...
I'll start, because in the backstories my character's pretty much the most plot relevant at the moment. God, this is going to be most of the video itself. Born under the name Lucille von Ferros to a minor noble of Waterdeep, he was the coddled youngest child, which affected his personality to the point where he saw he could do no wrong. When he was 20, slept with a high-ranking noble's daughter, almost got executed, but was saved by his father, who paid off the higher noble. He was then banished to the Celestial Realm to cleanse his tainted soul. I should have mentioned first that he is a fallen Aasimar. That probably would have been important first. But, being how he was raised, he always saw what he was doing as the right thing. He didn't think he had to be redeemed in any way. So, was banished from the Celestial Realm, becoming a fallen Aasimar. He wandered the lands for a couple of years, learning how to steal as a rogue, charming people under the guise of Lucille von Rondanur. He would charm lower-ranking peasantry and middle-class people, and while there, few bits and bobs would go missing, which he would sell later on. Until one fateful day, where he stole from a paladin who very quickly beat the ever-living life out of him, and giving him a single chance to turn away from his dark deeds and study and become a paladin himself. A few years later, during his studies, he would run amok some bandits which Lucille overconfidently thought he could take with little to no problem. This would introduce the next character.
I am Mortis the Doomed. I am an Ararocca Dampiem Holowon. I was born into royalty of the Araroccas. Looked slightly different from the rest of my race. I was a vulture and deemed to be a bringer of death. A battle raged between Ararocca clans, and Mortis was killed. Next thing he knew, he woke up in the underworld by and being told by a feathered beakless creature that he was to do his bidding, not realizing how long he was down there in the underworld. He was brought back into the world 3,000 years later, as to which he was told to watch and keep an eye on one Lucille. Told that Lucille was destined for greatness and for him to be watched and kept until the time was right. He also saved Lucille's life a couple times, and Lucille keeps on bragging that he was not being saved, but Mortis knows the truth. He tends to not speak unless spoken to. He is very quiet and very somber. But when he has to act, he will act.
That leads on to the next part of Lucille's little misadventures. After travelling around with Mortis, thinking that Mortis was more of an adoring fan than actually saving his life, the two stumbled across a young child, which Lucille saw far more like a lost puppy, and basically took the child under her wing. Soon, that child would be adopted as his own daughter and given the name
of Alice. Alice she was raised by wolves in the forest, and she didn't care very much for humans or anything until Lucille took her under his wing and raised her. She has a natural talent for fighting, and she transforms herself into a wolf-like being, which can be seen in her normal human guise in the form of ears and a tail. She looks up to Lucille, and she is a bit wary of Mortis, but she follows the two on their adventures.
Okay.
And then, on their way to the area of Greenest, they run into a rather unique individual. Well, unique for this group is rather kind of normal for this world.
Yeah, they ran into a silver dragonborn called Trishula, who's had been a druid and was living with like a tribe of druids of like dragonborns and a few other races. But within about 6 months before we met up with them, my character went out to go get like some supplies for the village, like the tribe, like food and that. Then came back, found most of them dead or dying. Only knowing that the cult that's in charge of the Tyranny of Dragons is involved.
The dragon worshipping cult.
It'd be the cult of the Red Dragon.
The cult of the Red Dragon is in charge, and managed to get from information from his own father that 3 people were in charge of the assassination. Well, there's decimation. It was a human called Frulam Mondath, a half-orc called Bogluck, and a half-dragon called Resmir. And the only bit I know is that the last information I know is that they came from Greenest. So then, on the way there, I ran into everyone else here and decided to follow them and exact revenge.
Okay. That's just going to quickly check one point.
Why not?
Okay. Right. Okay then. So, as some of you have mentioned before, that the party are on their way to Greenest. And just want to be absolutely clear with what the character's own sort of motivations. And because obviously in your character's case it's revenge driven. In your case, your character's case,
in Lucille's group's case, it's more he just fancied going in this general direction and see what happens.
Yeah.
Very as the vulture flies, as it would.
So, and your Mortis is very much like an observer.
I'm an observer. I wish to claim souls for my master, who secretly talks to me and tells me things that no one else can hear, but Mortis will respond to him.
Mm-hmm. And you might occasionally hear him sort of laugh, like,
yes.
that kind of thing. So, almost because your character might occasionally be given this, almost used like a what would be the best sound?
In a
like
monologue?
a medium.
Yeah,
Between-
in a medium.
Yeah. And your character's and Alice's case is that she was a lost child.
Yeah, I just
So, and being looked after by Lucille. So yeah, so these are the characters' sort of main things. So I'd say that what's kind of interesting because obviously your character. Sorry, what's your character's name again?
Trishula.
Trishua. Okay,
Trishua.
so Trishua will be able to, in terms of the story of the campaign, will be able to, pick up on because of what your revenge story is and everything.
All of
So
it.
okay then, you guys are on to Greenest. So I'd like to do a bit of character interaction and so as you're making your way. So I say like the way is kind of rough. It's approaching the evening. It's almost about 9 o'clock, almost approaching, and it's slightly in the chilly side, but it's not. I'd say it's about sort of approaching autumn time at this point in the campaign. So. It's only just stopped raining, so your characters, would you like to interact?
Are
to begin with?
we in a carriage, a cart, or are we walking?
I'll assume that you guys are walking because I say that maybe your characters have gone from small village to small village. So you know that you kind of believe that the way to Greenest is,
Vaguely
without
in this
trouble.
direction.
Yeah, and there's very little between the last village and there, so all is quiet at this point in time. So, what are your characters thinking? What are your characters?
So Lucille turns to Trish, and you've been travelling with us since the last town. What sort of business did you have in Greenest again, if you don't mind my asking?
You can ask, but all you'll get is it's personal.
How long is it till we get there, Lulu?
According to this map, dear, just counting out, just pressing his finger against the map,
Yeah.
and just seeing how many finger lengths away, but he doesn't know if he's going in the right direction. All I can say, Alice dear, is that we'll know when we get there because we can see it on the horizon. I believe we should just continue in this, just kind of doing the Jack Sparrow, just turning thing, just in this direction, and we should see it in no time.
Mortis. You have a sense of what may come, yes? You have a sense. Not far. And it's getting dark. But soon be light.
Yes. In context,
He's just saying yes.
I'm saying yes to myself. Seeming kind of distant from everyone else.
So
Walking slightly behind everyone else.
So Lucille just turns to Trish, who probably doesn't even know much about this, and just goes, very just deadpan kind of stare. It's you get used to it.
Are you sure he's even right in the head?
I've seen him up close, and it is rather empty, but he is wise beyond what his years may show.
Okay.
What a strange creature.
At this point, Mortis will he gets into a sort of a runny hop, like vultures hop when they move along the floor. He sort of runs and hops, but he sort of runs slightly ahead of the group now. And then he just sort of stops and carries on walking at a slower pace in front of everyone.
Have you by chance seen anything, Morty?
No?
It's not... That's odd, because it's not quite like you to jump ahead of everybody else. Don't go too far, because I am the one with the map.
Are we having a race?
I have just had a brilliant stroke of genius.
Sure.
Morty, would you mind flying a little ways in the air just to give us a vague direction on where we should be going? Greenest should be the closest town to where we are, after all.
He turns back to Lucille and says, maybe. Throws his cape back, revealing his withered body, all bone with flesh hanging off it, and very little, a few feathers dotted here and there.
So what Lucille does is, as he's next to Alice, is kind of just cover her eyes.
Yeah.
Lulu, it's dark.
Don't worry, dear. I don't want you getting scared.
He then
it's a
takes to
bird.
the air.
Yeah, okay then.
And takes my hands away.
So Mortis is now flying about 40 foot in the air, and he's going to go a bit in front of the group.
Okie dokie. So, what will happen is that it's not far before the characters reach their destination, and obviously your character will be the first to see it. But the feathered being is kind of sort of chuckling. He's quite an entertaining one, that Lucille, isn't he?
Yes.
Quite entertaining. This will be fun, wouldn't it, Mortis?
Yes.
You're not so dead that no concept of fun is part of you.
Of course.
Nah. All is fun in death. All the same.
A quick thing out of character is just the way that Troll says yes. I think it's a Simpsons character that does that, or is it Family Guy?
It's the Skeksis off the Dark Crystal.
No. The yes.
I can't remember
thing.
that.
It's either
I think that is
Simpsons or
Skeksis.
Family Guy.
I think that is one of the Skeksis from Dark Labyrinth. But
No, that flamboyant waiter that goes yes.
there's also a Skeksis that did that.
You know what
I know.
It reminds me of, don't know if you ever heard, it's like an old radio show called The Goon Show, Spike Milligan and all that.
That
There
might be
was,
too
there, was a,
old
there,
for
was a, there was a sketch that went something like this, really, really funny, really, really famous one, the most famous one. And there's a knock on the door, it's like thunder and lightning. And then you hear like footsteps going downstairs.
Yeah.
That takes about a minute. Door opens. And the person says, yes. And then back again for another minute. A pause. Back down again. Yes.
But after a while in the air, after he's seen the town, he'll fly back down, cover his body back over, tuck his wings back in, and carry on the guise of being frail.
So, Morty, what did you see by chance?
The town?
You may elaborate a little more if you like. What did you see that happens to be above the town?
I think a friend of his.
A friend of his?
What are you on?
A friend.
What friend?
Possibly his grandmother.
Saying no more, he just goes silent again.
As I said, he's not really one for conversation.
What is he talking about, Lulu?
If I would hazard a guess that he said a friend of Trish here, a friend of his, given his rather uniquely draconic features,
Bigger.
I'm going to hazard a guess at a dragon.
Dragons are scary, right, Lulu?
Yes.
Depends on the colour, I suppose.
Though I have known bards over the years who aren't quite as scared of them. But I won't tell you that. I will wait until you're much older before I start that sort of conversation.
Alice sort of flops her head to the side the way a dog would when questioning.
Just pats her on the head and just like, we'll go over this when you're older.
And as they were talking, Mortis gets into the little hop and jump run that he's famous for, and starts to make quite a bit of headway now.
Well, I guess we're running now.
Okay, so just going to read this part. So for the past several days, obviously not between now and blah blah blah, this will be like a matter of minutes now.
Yep.
You have been travelling a road that winds lazily across the rolling grasslands of the green fields. Sundown is approaching when you top a rise and see the town of Greenest just a few short miles away. But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town you expected, you see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings, running figures that are little more than dots at this distance, and a dark, winged shape wheeling low over the keep that rises above the centre of the town. Greenest is being attacked by a dragon.
Well, he sighs, thinking that, given like how he used to be as a rogue, it's very much, I should get out of Dodge, because this is way too dangerous for me. But then he realises, hold on, if I save these people from a dragon, they would know my name, thus spreading it around, making me more famous. This is his inner monologue, by the way. He draws his rapier, daunts his shield, and says, "Forward, my companions! We shall help the villagers of Greenest."
While he's saying this and doing all this, Mortis has just run on ahead.
And he just stood there, just like, it's like, literally like, just dot, dot, dot. We should start running, people?
Should we?
If you say so, Lulu.
Okay, this is obviously the map of Greenest.
Yep.
I'd say that your characters are maybe
Coming from the west?
I'd say, yeah, maybe coming from this side part of the road. Although it's up to you. You can come from any kind of map. At the moment, this is kind of like a few miles at this point. So which point wherever you want to come from is entirely up to you.
Maybe from the southwest, maybe.
As in, you want to come on basically the south road
Yeah.
into. We're going to go up from the bottom.
Okay. As you get closer, and you notice that some buildings are in flames, and but you notice that obviously there's so much commotion going on. There's people screaming, running, and creatures, and you can tell that from where you are that there are like kobolds running everywhere, and there are like mercenaries sort of taking large bags of loot, and you notice that there are those wearing like robes, like cultist kind of robes, and sort of like taking away people and this, that, the other. So there's a lot of going on there, and there's so much. So it's chaos everywhere, absolute chaos. And so, what do you guys like to do?
Lucille is going to run straight at one of these hooded beings to try and save the people that he has captured. Or they.
As you do that, I'm going to go take out one of them. Screw these guys.
Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do is, so please make a little bit of space.
Okay.
And I will prepare the next part.
A battle.
Okay. Right, to add a little bit of immersion, I decided to bring some model buildings.
Oh, that's cool. It's a shame that the people listening to this won't be able to see it, seeing as some of us aren't really confident on being on camera.
So I hope you don't mind these. So we'll position them there, so it's a little bit of immersion.
So I would say probably like that. So we have people being ferried out of one building past another.
Yeah,
It's up to...
yeah. It's well, the good thing is I can remove these buildings.
Oh, that's actually quite cool. You can remove the top. You
so
can
you
remove
go
the roofs.
inside and stuff inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position them like this, so it's like a diagonal.
Yeah.
And do we have the? Is that the marker pen? So I'm going to say this is like one of the paths. That's one of the
Like roads going into the village.
yeah. Sort of branching out like that, so it creates a nice impression of. Right then, I'll let you guys choose which direction you want to go in. So it doesn't
So I
matter.
think we're coming from this
It
way.
matters. So position your figures, and I'll sort out this one, and I'll read the next part.
I was probably a bit ahead of everyone.
That's why I put you there.
Okay.
I thought the next thing you were going to say, initiative checks. And despite being a paladin, I hopefully won't be going last.
Right.
Yeah, you've got Paladin's curse.
Because for those who might be wondering how I built my paladin, let's just say my dex is higher than my strength.
We'll sort out these random bases.
You guys can... Like, anyone who thinks that paladins should be run purely strength, I am here to prove you wrong.
Okay,
When you
these
don't immediately, but
with these
Yes.
cruel faces are kobolds.
Good thing I'm not playing a monk or a rogue.
I'm going to put one.
Because
on
last
stairs
time
there.
we did this, let's just say my monk didn't get past the first encounter, and my rogue died the first session he was in. You weren't even DM, Andy. You can't gloat.
I was.
Oh, it's all good fun. And there's more to the scene than kobolds.
So wait, how are we
Yeah, sorry, there's if they got these funny faces there. There happens to be some townsfolk.
Okay.
there's kobolds, townfolk, cultists.
All the 9 yards.
Player characters, buildings.
Yeah.
Dragon.
If I make them face you so that it's so I place one
There is a
here.
name on it, Linen Swift.
She's quick.
Right.
Kind of like another character I know from
I'm
media
gonna-
who has Swift as a part of her name, and she is so much fun as a character.
Oh, cultist.
It says child.
No, not that one. The one there is a child with the cultist. Oh, the second child.
And
Is that a cultist?
Oh no, it says Koth.
I'll get to that. So
Oh my god.
right
He
then.
has 3
So I'm
children.
going to read.
Wait for the description so everyone knows
Troll,
what's going on.
no.
Okay then.
This is a Christian channel.
Is it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Crash, how dare you? This is a Christian channel.
Okay.
God, I love Cadicrus.
Right. So without warning, 5 humans dash out, and you notice that a limping man and 3 young children. He's injured. And race across the street into more shadows. And there's a woman carrying a round shield and a broken spear, turns and faces back in the direction they came. And there are 8 kobolds. The ones who can't see the 8th one decides to place on the stairs there. Stream out on the family's heels and fan out, sort of approaching the woman, who looks determined to delay the creatures for as long as possible. So then, I believe this is initiative.
Really?
What did you get, Sam?
I rolled a 1
Yay!
for a grand total of 4.
14.
17.
What did it?
What do you get?
5.
17.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
Okay, kobolds. Oh, you might be in luck. They got 5.
I don't go
And-
last!
The family, they got 16.
Got it.
Oh, what about the Swift?
She'll
Yeah, that's
count.
the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll count as the family.
I know what I'm doing.
Going up and punching something?
Ah.
Okay.
Operation Kaka.
Tuki.
Right, let's see how long it takes for me to want to replace my dice. Because I have to use the D team tonight. Because I left my owlbear at home.
Make sure I got the correct pages.
That's my damage dice.
Okie dokie. Right.
What's your damage plus?
That's 5.
Okay, so if you hit, they're dead.
Okay, I have
kobolds-
order. The first is the little child, the barbarian child.
Okay.
Then it's the
so-
family. Then it's the bird. Then it's the dragonborn. Then the angel, and then it's the little kobolds.
Of course you write my name down on the initiative as Sam Widge. Oh, God, sometimes I love having my name.
Rachel,
I don't.
Okay.
it's easy what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Well, if I can double move to get to that. That's about it. I'm gonna be like a.
Okay then.
Then it's the non-player character's turn first.
Right. Okay then. The woman that you just ran in front to is kind of startled that you ran in front. She's almost like, oh my gosh. And so's the kobold is also a bit startled. Okay, so sort of grateful that you kind of stepped in. She's sort of stepping back, realising that there's more help approaching. So she's kind of stepping back. She's kind of like, and she's sort of, well, she's basically sort of readying.
Shield wall, basically.
Yeah, she's sort of readying herself.
As I run, I grab my axe out.
Yeah, so
A stonking great big axe.
so she's ready to protect her family, and while she does that, they're gonna move just around the corner, and she's gonna move just enough to. So she's looking down there, readying an action. So. Okay, so who's next?
Then it's the dead bird.
I'm going to take to the skies.
Take to the
And
skies!
Move to there.
Flappy, flappy, flap.
Yeah. And I'm going to strike him
Dive bomb!
with my fist. 25.
That is a hit.
Nice.
By me.
And that is 7 bludgeoning damage.
Well, how do you want to do it?
Obviously, a claw to the face. And as my bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm going to kick the other one next to me.
Ooh.
I'm a monk. Uh, 15.
That is a hit.
Doing 8 damage.
Ooh.
So a punch to the first, then like a roundhouse kick to the second one.
I think, and then it's my turn with the dragon born. 3, 6. Then I'm going to use like double move like on. I'm just not even paying attention. I'm just running in, getting the club ready to shillelagh
Okie
for
dokie.
my magicalness.
Shillelaghing up your beating stick.
Is that a bonus action, the shillelagh?
Yeah.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh is
Weapon stick.
it's my weapon stick. They're ready to get a good whapping, and then it's the I can't even remember
Lucille.
Lucille's. It's Lucio's turn.
Well, I'm going to do what everyone else did and double move in front of my adopted daughter because I don't want her getting hurt too much. I have the higher AC. This is not up for negotiation.
Okay, so is it the bold Alico?
Yep.
Okay then. Right then, they're all like almost startled that you just appeared. Attack!
Damn pack tactics.
Remember, even if they have advantage, these are Andy's rolls, so it's almost like rolling normally.
Thanks for building up my confidence.
You know what
Okay.
they say?
We've been waiting nearly a year for this.
Yes. Thank you, lockdown.
Okay.
And roll 20's unfair dice roller that favours the DM more than the players.
So that makes it challenging, Sam.
I'm missing it already.
Not when you roll a 10 on everything for an entire session, it isn't.
Or the advantage, you roll exactly the same.
No, when you get a crit, but you roll all ones.
Okay then. So this kobold.
Let's go for Trisha.
Right,
It's going for the
so
dragon.
tactics.
Trish, you.
So they roll advantage.
Don't roll them together.
Don't
Oh,
clap them
sorry,
together
I
'cause
do
it
apologise.
comes up on the mic.
I forgot that was there.
Just roll them
so-
separate. Just roll them separate. Don't clap
Okay.
them.
Yeah. So the highest is that.
The highest is a 10.
With a dagger.
But on
it'll
both
be
dice.
14.
Just 14.
It shoot. Oh my goodness.
Well, you just started out. You have one.
Okay. This is just normal piercing.
Oh dear.
Okay. Got a total of 4 damage. This kobold
Yep, that's
on
on
your character.
Mortis.
Okay, so pack tactics. That's so the highest is 13.
Plus.
That will be 17.
Missed.
Missed.
You missed.
Oh, what is your AC? Sheesh, you just first list. Oh, man.
Yeah, also, something I should mention, for those who don't know, we don't point by. We roll our stats, and we tend to roll rather jammy stat rolls.
Especially me.
Yes.
Hence why I miss the automatic dice roller.
That's why we don't miss it.
Okay, and this one on
That would be on Lucille.
Lucille.
Yep.
Get ready to be poked by a kobold. Not very good. 13?
Surprisingly,
No.
you missed.
Okay, fine. And
Because chainmail and shield for 18 AC.
well, I think I'll let
those are
these
already
two
Oh, they've got other weapons.
slings.
Whoosh. They're
I'll
going to
use
David
this
and
one.
Goliath us.
I was going to take a pot shot at the birdie.
Disadvantage. I'm not in combat.
Um,
Shooting into combat.
Yeah.
I thought that was something for Star Wars.
Is
You
it?
sure?
Yes. Yeah, carry on.
No, I don't think
No.
there is. No. So just
yeah.
be normal anyway.
Yeah, no, that's for Star Wars if
17?
you're shooting into
Miss.
something.
Miss. And the second one, let's go for the flashy knight. The flashy one. The dash.
Bring it.
Oh, that looks like a miss. to
How
me.
much?
8?
So close. But yet so far.
And yeah,
Okay, so are we back to the top, I believe? Okay, so
Charge, barbarian, charge!
yeah. Nom nom nom. That is a bit cocked, isn't it?
No, that's a 3.
8.
That's a miss.
I should have raised.
Yeah, you should have.
That's all I can do.
Okie dokie.
Speaking of raging, it's the family's turn.
Well, the family.
What?
Well, the family are kind of huddled together.
No, they just keep running.
They're not running yet. They're just standing there.
Just keep running.
And so that's. But she's readying, just in case.
Next.
Okay, so who's next?
Next is Dead Bird.
I'm going to go for the one in front of me. 14.
Hit.
For 7 damage. I'm going to use my bonus action to attack the one in front of the Dragonborn.
Because of martial arts.
That is a 17.
That's a hit.
And this is a 7 damage kick.
Ooh. Imagine it's a very bony bird.
Yes.
It is literally
Very
all
lethal.
bone.
With some sinewy flesh and skin hanging off.
Yeah, but it's... Cheers for that. The dragon can carry on doing his turn and move and go for this one.
Okay.
I'm going for like a weapon.
Yeah, it's getting a whapping with my shillelagh stick.
Ooh, if you were a champion, that would a crit.
90 without any stat modifiers.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you shillelagh'd, it's your wisdom.
I know. 24.
That's a hit.
Well, no, it'll be slightly more, but...
I
13.
think it's dead.
You
13.
think instead.
Oh,
Whapping,
Oh.
whap on the head.
Sad face.
And then just sort of stand back so they'd have to come near me.
Now
Okay.
it's my turn. I'm just going to move a little bit closer.
Oh, you only have one in front of you then?
Yeah, one was right in front of you.
I thought that was Rachel's character.
There's one right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm going to poke him in the face with my rapier. Oh, this is a dead kobold.
That's a critical hit.
Yep, that is a dead kobold. For 7, 14, that's 11 plus 15. I killed him 3 times over.
Stabby.
So
Jab
just
the
rapier
stabby.
straight through the face.
Jab that stabby.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my turn to move around here to kind of block the way for the dragon.
I can manage myself.
So they don't rush you.
It's the kobolds.
The kobolds.
My turn was hopefully they would move, they would
So
separate.
they've got a paladin and a barbarian right in front of them.
Yeah, it's
Right.
that one and one. There's 2 of them now.
Okay.
Pinned between the father and the daughter combo.
So, pat tactics still apply.
Yep, because they're within 5 feet.
I'll start with the one against Alice. So, the best they can do is 13.
That is a miss.
Okay. And the
Oh, we
one
missed
against
this.
the is it Paladin?
Yep.
Paladin.
Paladin.
Oh, that
You
looks like a
get
crit.
it.
I know.
That is a critical for the DM.
Every
Yep.
dog has his day.
That's the only
So,
one that can
That's hang on, let me just
That's
find-
what happens when you be smug.
So the kobold has probably just found a chink in your armour.
Yes, it has.
Like your ankles.
Trust me to roll fair. Okay, that's a total of 5 piercing.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yeah.
It's my turn now, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah, it is the little child. What did you get?
What was this?
A 4.
That would be a 9.
She at least rolled higher than
That's a miss,
last turn.
unfortunately.
I assume it's...
Why do I play a fighter class? I never roll high.
It's the family's turn to just, like, defend their
Yep.
area, innit?
As the kobolds start to diminish, they're very slowly kind of approaching. And they're sort of huddled together.
And not
And she's...
still protecting, I assume.
Well, she's going to attempt to throw her spear
Okay.
at that one. So
She just probably has to hit because it's going to kill it nearly.
Got 19. That is a hit.
Ooh.
And
Ruin it. I wanted to kill one before Trollen gets in there.
Think how Ray feels. She
The
hasn't hit a
kobold
single
gets a
thing
spear
this
to the
entire
head.
combat. Oh, this is... I swear we all have our
who's
running
next?
jokes.
It's the bird.
The bird.
I'm,
The bird is the
I'm
word.
actually going to go backwards and stand next to the lady and protect the family.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my action for defensive stance.
Nice.
So I'm protecting the family.
Let's go, Trishula. See if we can bandage this one. Attack with the shillelagh stick.
Shillelagh.
19 hit.
That is a hit. That is a hit.
13 magical bludgeoning.
And you are a git.
Bam.
Okay.
You home runned its head off.
Right, at first, the family are a little startled by your character's appearance.
Oh, I've got the cloak and hood and all the cape all over my body, so they can't really see. They can just see the mask.
Yeah.
The white plague doctor mask I have on.
Alice
Okay.
looks a little sad because you didn't get to kill anything.
But the
Pats her head.
the woman that threw
Pat,
the
You'll get him next
Spear.
time, don't worry, dear.
she thanks all of you. She thanks.
As she's thanking it, I'm looting the kobolds.
Okay then.
Lucille will kind of like... Oh, that overpronounced bow, where you've got like one arm out to the side, your other one across your face. Just...
Okay. Yeah.
No, not across your face! Across your chest.
When it comes to looting
he's
the
basically
kobolds,
I'm not!
right, you notice that in their possession they have bags of treasure that they have stolen from the town. So it's up to you if you want to keep that or.
I'm going to hold on to it for the minute.
Okay, so the amount that you find, this is 30 gold. 30 gold pieces worth of stolen items amongst those kobolds. Right, then it's just going to.
Oh, and also, I will kick each one in the ghoulies after I loot it because I hate this.
They're
cult.
reptilian, they don't have that!
Or I'll kick him with the sun doesn't shine.
What, in the cloaca?
Whatever.
Yes.
I'll hit him. I hit him in the private part, just because they belong to the cult. So
Okay.
So I approach the woman.
I'm there.
I know, because... Well, probably the thing looking more human might ease her woes.
the dead bird.
Just approaches, bows. Fear not, maiden. We, a travelling band of adventurers, have saved you from those terrible kobolds.
You see that?
Now-
Kicked one.
Could you tell us what actually happened here, so we can help out a little bit more?
What happened?
Right, she introduces herself as Lynan Swift, introduces her husband, which is called Kuth, and her 3 children. And basically,
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
she sort of says that that this attack, that these raiders have just turned up, just sort of turned up, and they started to cause as much, started to steal things and things like that. They're not necessarily trying to kill the townsfolk, but it's almost like they're looting. They're looting everything. And but she doesn't understand why. And she says that that look, for the sake of safety, all townsfolk must make their way towards the keep in the middle of Greenest.
What would you...
So if you have a look at the map,
we were on the.
like to snatch
It
the
is
map for me,
under
please?
all of DM's books.
Yeah. Okay, so
So we're down here.
roughly around about here.
Yep.
So she wants everyone to make their way to here because this is the safest place to hide from the raiders.
Plan is simple. The 2 big fighters, the kid, big will be obviously Lucian and Child,
Alice.
and then you and I cover the rear and the other.
I'll scout ahead.
Okay.
Take to the scout.
Linen was it? Would you help cover, and we'll help you lead you to the keep, and hopefully maybe we might find some people on the way, perhaps.
So yes, if we come across more townsfolk, we must guide them back to the keep. So, and then the soldiers there will sort of do their best to try and keep us safe. So,
do we agree that you two cover the front?
Yes.
I'll take behind you, Scout, and Lennon and Kruth help.
Yes, I will lead the charge.
would you like to position your characters round about here and put yourself in the kind of order? And because the next following encounters will reuse this map for the next sort of following
Lennon?
encounters.
Because I was having Lennon sort of, so like that kind of thing. So as I said, the actual proper fighters at the front.
Yeah.
The two parents sort of around them, so then they can easy, and then I'll cover from behind.
And I'm
mainly
up front.
But I'll be like keeping the rear guard, so now and then I'll turn back and make sure nothing's following that's not at least dangerous.
Okay then.
So sort of like flopping and...
Right. So as you all make your way to the keep, obviously you pass through a few sort of burning areas and things like that. Some buildings, because the way the thatch roofs are made, they're not that sort of flammable. But some windows are broken in and that kind of thing.
There is still damage, even if they're not burnt.
I'm not flying at this point. I am running on ahead because you won't be able to see me if I was flying with all the smoke.
No.
So I'm staying in front, and because I don't need to breathe, I don't worry about smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
No. Like, I would have just wrapped like a handkerchief around mine and Alice's face.
I could probably have walked on, like, done, like...
You would have probably walked underneath it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, crawled on all fours underneath.
Remember, doting father.
Yeah.
He's going to do it anyway.
Yeah, but we're in the middle, we're in streets, we're not... If we're in a building, then yes, we would need to.
Right, okay then. So, so about 100... feet towards the keep later, you encounter more trouble that spots you, and so I'll say that that they just come out of the building. So you've got two kobolds over here, and coming out of the other building will be 4 cultists. 3 of them are human, and another one is like a dwarf cultist, and they can see that that you're trying to.
So it's just seeing the faces he's drawn, they're like angry. Smiley faces.
Okay,
like
so
angry.
initiative checks again, please.
Ooh. That's better.
Sam?
16.
Just find the correct pages.
8.
Yeah, you're a monk. Of course you're going to go first. Let me guess, you're going to take alert next.
Mobility.
Not bad. Okay. So I'm going to roll for the Kobold's initiative.
Well, there's 3. Now there's the family, the kobolds, and the
Yep.
cultist.
So Kobolds get 15. The cultists,
4 probably.
they get 19. And the family, oops, sorry. Oh, they only get only 1. So
sorted. Well, the birds first, then the cultist, then the dragon, then the angel, then kobolds, then the child, then the family.
okay. So
bird.
your character first.
Obviously, feeling presence the presence of them behind me, I'm going to go towards the kobolds, engaging both of them. Attacking the first one. 18.
That is a hit.
Doing 6 damage.
That one's gone.
Bonus action to attack the second one.
Yep.
22.
Obviously a hit.
And doing 8 damage.
Do we even need to roll for damage for kobolds? Because if we hit, they're dead.
It depends on your plus.
And then I'm going to scamper back.
When you overkill.
That's right. Scamper back up here.
It depends on what if your plus is like 2.
I'm done.
And you only
What
do
does
one.
it cross them off, Jim?
Oh, yeah.
The cultist next.
Okay, so...
I couldn't even throw kobold up at kobold.
Right. Let's move that one to that.
See?
Okay then, let's attack the birdie. Bone birdie. Okay then, there's a cultist. Draws its scimitar. And screeches, for the dragon! 21?
That's a hit.
That is a hit. This is slashing damage. Got a total of 7 slashing.
Ow.
And the other ones, I'm going to randomise to determine what the middle one goes for. Also, odd,
Given Rachel's
even.
luck at this.
Even, it's... Or does it go for Alice?
What did I just say?
It always goes for me. What fact?
So, the one against
Yep.
your character? Although I think, to be fair, they're probably more likely to go for your character, wouldn't they? Because you're
Yeah, because I'm big armoured.
Yeah, they're less likely to go
For a child.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just a child with an axe
Yeah,
the
I
size
think by
of
common
shit.
sense, I get 2 against your
Yeah.
character.
Okay,
So
fair.
the first one is 17.
Miss.
The second one,
That's
Also a
definitely a
miss.
miss.
the one going for Alice,
That's a
probably
miss.
a miss, an 8. Yeah.
That is a bit...
So they're swinging their scimitars with no luck whatsoever.
Troll, you're looking very upset at that.
I'm hurt. Deeply hurt.
Oh yeah,
That must be the dwarf cultist going KFC.
something I should explain. Due to what Troll's character is, we can't use our abilities to heal him.
Magic will not heal me.
Oh, what is lay on hands and healing hand?
That's an ability. That's not magic.
Oh, I thought it counted as magic.
No.
Yeah, but I can't heal
Okay.
you, so...
No.
Gosh.
But speaking of, let's see. There's 3 enemies. Can I get rid of all 3 at once? Unlikely, but...
Unless your breath weapon.
It's a Conan I don't get.
No, you can angle the cone the other way, so you can angle it like that.
So you can get the 3 cultists
And nothing
while
else.
not hitting
Anyone else? Yeah, you can
the
do
rest
that.
of us.
About like that? Yeah.
Yeah, so you get the cone like that.
Go for it.
Wait, let me check one thing.
Checking it.
Actually,
No, it's different.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
lines?
can I get dex saves from the 3? Because it's
Is that
alive.
lightning?
Yeah.
Like-
No, I think it's metallic
Ice?
dragons
Is it ice?
have a line while
Oh, silver.
chromatic
Oh no,
dragons...
silver is a cone. Alright.
Okay.
It is a cone.
Sorry, I looked in the wrong... Yeah, but still, I was thinking the last one. Yeah, so I still need con saves from the 3 of them.
Con save.
saves.
Okay.
I wrote my DC for that.
Constitution.
Yeah.
6.
Failed.
18.
Passed.
8.
So one takes...
Is it half?
damage?
Yeah.
So the middle one will take half damage then.
Yep.
Okay.
7. 7 cold damage.
Okay. So I'll put it at the back of that thing. So.
And that one takes 3.
But I can only use it once per rest, though.
That's not too bad.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I'm guessing... Ooh!
1 second.
Oh, he's got another.
No.
Stepping back.
Just using the rest of his movement.
And then bonus action, making sure Shillelagh leave the club. So next turn, start whapping.
Yeah.
Okay, so incidental. He just because as he's a bit wounded,
Yeah.
he's just like puts up his arms and just like, I could do this all day.
And then starts poking.
Just because he uses a shield. The one in front of me, this one here,
Yeah.
is going to take a rapier to the face.
Ooh.
That is 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Woot! Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. 10 damage.
Right in the face.
Straight through. I'm going to say, through the nose, through the brain.
Is it my turn?
And I'm going to use a little bit of movement just to kind of wedge myself more between Alice and the... Like, kind of like moving my shield arm more in front of...
Yes.
So
Dr.
trying to do the
Dorsa,
Spartan
so it's
shield
like-
wall.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're coming to me.
But speaking of,
My
it's the
turn.
child's turn to sling.
16.
That's
no,
a hit.
15.
That is a hit.
Oh my god, you hit something.
Hey.
10.
Slaughtered.
Just bicated.
Got off by the ankles, by the knees.
The other
My tail
children
starts
are-
wagging happily.
The other children are very fascinated by your character.
Yeah.
It's like they're charmed by your character because it's almost like you're like them, or at least you know.
But speaking, unless you got anything else, it's the family.
No, that was my
The
turn.
family, and I think
It's all of them, 5
they're
behind.
just going to step forward to stick a spear. So, ooh, but she misses unfortunately.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is a miss. But she's
It's
tried.
fine.
The family are staying where they are. They huddle together.
It's alright. We got zombie KFC going.
No, we've got overcooked KFC.
Right, I'm going for an ability here. I'm going to use my vampiric bite, so I'm going for the jugular.
Oh.
Nom 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 nom.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that ought to do it.
Ooh.
8 damage.
Yeah.
And as my ability, I can either use it to get health back as I
Yeah.
chomp into him, or I can get a bonus to one of my next checks. I'm actually going to regain the health I've lost.
Yeah. So he still takes damage.
He takes the damage, and I regain my health.
Yeah.
Though you can only use that like
Twice
proficiency.
until a short rest.
Yeah.
So I've literally just nommed on his neck.
You just ripped
He's
out a
getting
chunk of his
paler and
neck.
paler and paler as
Nom,
you're
nom,
doing
You
it.
doing anything else?
That's
I
pretty
can't
cool.
do anything else though.
But speaking of
Oh, I
being
thought you-
paler,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
it's
only
them.
use a bonus action if I attack. Oh, hang on.
Attack with a monk weapon. It's an ability.
It's an unarmed attack though.
I thought because it was an ability.
It's
It
an
doesn't quite
unarmed
count.
attack.
Is it count, is it?
It counts as an unarmed attack.
DM.
Right,
The
what's
bite
he-
counts as an unarmed attack, and an unarmed attack counts as a monk weapon. Would I be allowed to use my bonus action to do my second attack?
That is a very good point.
Do you want
Because the
to read-
vampiric bite says it's an unarmed a weapon which I have proficiency in. Any unarmed attack would be a proficiency with a monk. It would class as a monk weapon because it's part of my body.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking more because as it's a named ability.
If it's a named ability, then I wouldn't mind not having it. But if it does,
Oh, they're near the beginning.
Yeah,
I'll
beginning,
get it for you.
yeah.
I'll get it for you.
But to show
In
me-
the new Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft,
Not
which
Von,
you can
yeah.
buy now.
It's not sponsored.
A local game store. Not sponsored.
There's a natural weapon which counts as a simple melee weapon, which you are
Okay.
proficient in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's classed. It would
Oh,
be classed
yeah,
as a monk
yeah,
Yeah,
weapon.
I
Does that
just
make
thought
sense?
because there are some
Yeah.
So
abilities that
my
are worded
bonus action
differently.
then it would be to probably punch him then in the throat that I've just bitten.
Yeah.
Did you crit?
Yeah.
I just crit him.
Does it really matter what you're rolling? Because I think you got him. Ooh.
4
Plus his thing.
Not 9 damage.
Go on, describe.
Exploded head. Come on.
Think because he's an Araraka, he's got clawed talon hands. He's going to jam the nails straight through the throat where he bit.
Ooh.
Fatality!
Awesome.
Speaking of
I am sorry for
fatalities,
headphone users.
it's the cult members' turn.
Just one left.
Yeah. Although I would say members if there were multiple, but
So naturally, the bigger threat would be your.
Yep, and I've purposely wedged myself in there.
He's gonna
Bring it.
swing his scimitar. 16.
That is a miss.
Oh.
but do you know what won't miss?
I should learn to say that is a miss in a bunch of different languages.
Unless he's doing anything else, he's gonna get the whapping stick.
Whapping.
He's getting the shillelagh stick.
Whapping stick.
17.
That's a whap.
We gotta be careful how we say that because it's plus 8 magical bludgeoning. Bam!
Cave in the back of his head. He was too.
If he's dead,
I
obviously.
kind of love that. Like, he was so distracted with the paladin in front of him, he didn't realise the blackjack. Common distraction tactics.
Druid might.
Druid power.
Okay, so after you've slain the
I'm
last
gonna
occultist,
loot the kobolds and the cultists and
Yep.
pick up one of the scimitars.
I'm probably
She can't
going
slay
to.
you yet.
No.
I'm probably going to hide the cultist that
Right.
I'm over. I like hide him from the children.
right? They got no.
I'm
stolen
feasting.
loot.
Yeah, but I'm taking one of their scimitars as well
That's fine.
because I can use it as my thing.
I'm hiding this from the children, by the way.
And it's just like Lucille, who's seen this before, he's just like, Morty, not in front of the children!
Don't pull attention to it.
Just covers his eyes, covers Alice's eyes, and just walks forward.
Okay, Lynan sort of shouts, "We're almost here! Quick, we must press on."
I'm just seeing if this cult is anything stolen. Pick up a scimitar as we run.
Nothing on them. Nothing on them.
Scimitar though.
Yeah.
Although the one that I shillelagh'd, I'm gonna cut off his head, make sure, and just like stab a couple of times in the head. Just
He's
try to
got
relieve.
serious anger issues.
Okay, so you're all proceeding,
Yep.
and another 100 feet, and more encounters. So position yourselves.
Oh,
as normal.
We'll just have the same formation.
Yeah, that's okay then.
Though I would say more like
Yes, as you're on your way,
we're on the way from misery.
3 townsfolk you bump into, and they're accompanying you.
Come with us. We shall make sure you get to
Have
the
they got
cult-
any weapons at all?
keep
Um,
safely.
They're kind of like mostly like hand weapons, or nothing simple.
They'll just sort of join like around the back
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Just mauled out the kid, make sure they get through.
So what I'll do is I'll sort out the
Ooh.
next one.
Actually, I'm going to do something here.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll an insight check. Because, well,
I'm aware.
wouldn't the cult try and hide themselves among fleeing villagers to kind of pick any off?
Yeah, but even if they are, A, we're badass fighters, and B, if they start anything, we'll kill them, and then also C.
Yeah, as they
We
join
take
the
them
group,
to the
he
keep.
just gives them like just a look over.
We'll worry about the
We're
insight.
level 1.
We'll worry about the
over
people
here.
want to get in the keep, because then we can murderize them.
And
Actually, yeah.
where's the other one?
Never mind.
There we
We're
go.
level 1.
And
We're level 1.
I have...
Still got my 2 spell slots, but
there's a cultist.
I have
amongst
8
those
HP.
ones. And calling
7.
like there's a winged kobold.
We have no ranged option. Oh, wait.
I get some blue chat for this.
a dogfight with birds.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Hello!
Okay. So
Hold on.
what I'll do is that if I put 3 dice to represent 3 more villages, so the more
There we
scared
go.
than anything. So
It's not working as itself.
It will work. There we go.
if I put a dice saying 3 there, that indicates how many.
Just put
We're just trying to
Yeah,
get... Yeah, there we
That'll
go.
be cool.
we might need that later.
Right then.
Initiative.
Initiatives, please.
I didn't get that well.
11.
11.
6.
I'll take it. I'm first.
Yeah, because you've got the high dex. For now.
You're right then.
I dropped one of them on things.
I know I'm going to have to go anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, initiative for the kobolds. They got 10. The winged kobold got 21.
Oh.
And the single little cultist, 12.
Where's the
What
there.
about
Yeah.
the greenest people?
Oh yes, greenest people, 12.
And I'm pretty sure a certain barbarian is going last.
Don't forget to use your hero points.
Oh, is that a reroll?
Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah.
Is that for a reroll?
Not rerolls. Basically, you add. I think it's a D4.
Was it the
to a
D4 or
failed
D6? One of the two.
Yeah, I was going to.
That was already a failed test if it's initiative.
Yeah, you can spend one. Basically, it's good to spend them because the thing is, though, once you spend them, they're spent until your next level. So it's good to spend them now.
If it's D6, I might use mine now.
I just remembered.
Same.
I got a feeling it might be D6.
Rachel, you could have been using yours when you missed.
Doesn't matter.
I just remembered you guys had them, so.
Partial DM negligence to make the campaign easier for him.
Have you noticed how hero points and hit
Works
points are
every
both
time.
HP?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Right now. Sam's still there.
Yeah, 264. Okay, so hero points. Yep, spend a hero point allows you to add D6 and add it to the D20, possibly turning a failure into a success. But you can only spend 1 hero point per roll.
It's not for initiative.
Alternatively,
It's not
you can, if you fail a death saving throw, you can spend a hero point to turn it into a success. So spend them when you can.
Okay, so we'll leave that for later. If
A
he's
surprise.
ever in,
There we go.
because the common thing with Troll playing a monk is he tends to break the campaign over his knee.
Speaking of breaking the campaign over the knee, it's the winged kobold's turn first. Or as I put, winged Karibo.
Right there.
Because I can't be asked trying to spell kobold.
The winged kobold.
Winged Karibo.
Is your character flying? Or-
No, I'm
No.
actually on the ground at the moment.
But you will be flying in a... Like
So
a
I'm just sort of thinking, who are the biggest threats typically? I mean, basically your two characters are
They're
probably
the
the
big
most
ones,
threatening.
Yeah, we're the biggest
Yeah.
ones because we're the only ones
So-
over 6 foot.
So obviously you're at the back, you're at the front. So basically you're technically the closest.
Yeah.
So I would think that the winged kobold is gonna.
You get attacked by a winged Karibo.
Well, it really depends.
I'll take
actually.
300
We're talking
damage.
Kobold, aren't we? Kobolds are typically cowardly,
Yeah.
especially winged ones. So they
So
might
it would
pick
go
on the
for one-
vulnerable.
It would go for one of the vulnerable people.
Yeah, it's only if it's close up it might go. It might have to get.
Yeah, it might have to go.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
don't forget, I'm walking along. I look like I'm blind.
But does that matter to a kobold? It'll probably go for one of the children.
You probably look at you and might think there's not much meat on you.
No, you can't see underneath my cloak, can you?
Yeah.
So.
But I think it might try and because I think it's got it's well basically it's going to fly. So what it does is, let's just take one of those bases. Thank you. Right. So basically. Right then. I'm going to roll for an intelligence check for it to see how
Oh,
stupid it is.
God.
This will be fun.
Don't you have like minuses to intelligence?
Oh yeah, it's very stupid. It's got -1 to intelligence,
So
so
that's a 4.
it's going to think, oh, I'm going to take this little doggy. Basically, it's going to try and grab you. It'll kind of
The
like
House of the
Hey,
Dead
look,
thing.
You're being picked up.
Is it a post strength check?
it would be
That's a bad idea.
Well, it's underestimating the character.
It doesn't
so.
know.
Oh,
Oh, of course. Rolling a 20.
right. It only has enough.
Okay, well I know what I'm
Right
going to
then. So basically, at this point, because of the way it flew over the distance, basically it's only sort of picking you up. So how heavy is your character?
Not very.
Not very.
do. It says on the back of your character sheet.
Oh, it's £70.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to struggle a little bit because it's a small humanoid trying to pick up
Yeah.
a medium-sized one. So it's like lifting you like about maybe 1 or 2 feet above.
Cool. I'll handle this. You deal with these ones here.
So that's the creature's action. So who's next?
That would be...
The greenest people.
Oh.
The village people. Why? Okay.
NCA.
Not the village people.
Okay then.
I put greenest people. You
Seeing this, Lila's going to try and stab away the winged kobold.
Not with that roll,
no
she isn't.
success. No success. It keeps moving. She's kind of taken aback by it, and
I assume all the other greenists aren't really doing anything.
the other ones are going to kind of like trying to
Move
keep their
away.
distance, but not run away completely. Sort of like staying within the confines of the defence.
The problems of escort missions.
So,
Can't say.
okay.
Bum, 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 ba-dum,
Right.
bum,
So,
it's Troll's turn.
It is
There's the
troll.
cultist, isn't it?
Cultist first, yeah.
Oh.
that's
Cultist
it.
first.
Probably going to go for me.
So this guy.
Actually, what would the cultists think of a Dragonborn?
Dragon Ball. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, but I'm also silver one.
Yeah, he's silver, not he's
Yeah.
not a chromatic.
I'm going to make an intelligence roll for it.
That's a 3.
Very 3, yeah. Basically, I'm just going to say that it's assuming that you're one of them.
Trying to disguise.
Yeah.
It's gonna underestimate that when I
So,
turn around in
You'll
shillelagh.
assume that you're probably imprisoning these ones. And, you know, that you're all...
At the
Your
moment, he
band.
thinks I'm on the.
So I would think that it might... So they'll ignore the townsfolk thinking that it's under his wing. Obviously... So the
know
next
you
sort of
did
thing
that.
would be your character. And so he'll think that your character is... got nothing to do with the warband.
Okay.
So... And... oh, let's just think... Okay, basically it's going to go over there and says, ah ha ha, bring them all over with us. So I'm going to keep them there.
You're talking not a lot of sense for someone in shillelagh distance.
So are you going to respond to that?
I'll just be staring at him with the stick.
It's like,
Who's next on there?
Troll.
Me.
Troll.
I'm below the cold
Because all
wall.
I'm saying is, because he's... you get an advantage on him. Because he doesn't expect you.
to club him to death.
That's... actually, wouldn't that count as surprise?
yes, it would.
Free attack. Go
Advantage or not?
No.
on. Yeah, advantage.
Oh, you know, because he moved in close, that would be attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, I will be because I hate this cold as hell. So
Yeah.
as soon as I see him,
Normal attack.
Plus
spell.
your...
Not
'cause it-
spell.
No, shillelagh's still up. Because it lasts for an hour.
17 to hit him.
That is a hit.
You just cave in the side of his head. He's like, bring him over here! Thwack!
6 though.
6.
Dunk.
Right.
So he knows you're aggressive.
Ah! You traitor!
I was never with you to
I
begin
was-
with.
He's
Incidental.
really taken
No.
aback.
Just like, and then just as I hit him though, I spin around and poof.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
sorry, who's next?
Troll. The bird.
The birds, the
He's
birds!
gonna go. He's gonna go.
Attack 1.
That's a hit.
18.
That is a hit.
Do you want?
It's
7,
dead.
7 damage.
Okay, yep.
Your plus is 5.
Monkey bonus thing.
Monk.
Reject
Sorry,
classes,
23
return
to
to
hit.
monk.
Sorry,
23 to hit,
obviously.
and that's another 7 damage.
Monkey bone, I've just got that.
What?
No, we said...
We said reject classes, return to monk.
No.
Monk,
Just carry on.
get it?
That's it.
Just
You go.
carry on.
It's Sam's
Okay,
turn.
so I'm going to see this little imp thing picking up my daughter. No. I'm going to add my first hero roll to this.
Okay.
So that's 10 plus 6. 16 to hit.
Heroic.
Minimum damage, but that is still 5.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Yeah, they've got more health.
God damn it.
It's fine.
As I'm now trying to get its attention.
I wrote Krebo
It
because
drops-
it's Cobalt.
it drops you as a result, so you're back on the ground.
Mm.
It's only 2 feet, so...
As a reaction, can I just grab its foot?
Or like
Yeah,
grapple
yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
Do I
You're
need to
coming
make
with me.
No, I'll roll a call that. Okay, so you're dragging it down, and it's flapping like crazy.
And then it's the other Cobalt's turn.
Okay.
All the other kobolds.
And
Krebo's.
when you attack it, I'll give you advantage.
No, she doesn't attack it, she just slams it.
No,
Right.
runs at the cultist and swings
You're
the
the kobolds now.
kobold.
So
It's the kobold.
Sorry.
Attack the traitor! Attack the traitor!
And that one down there.
Okay, so he's got a flashy git in front.
So it's either is he going to run straight at me or the crow that just killed 2 of his companions, who looks like the
Right.
least threat.
I think probably go down you to run away from the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm down there.
Probably run away
Yeah.
from the bird.
No, he's going towards me. Or is he?
Actually, let me just roll to see how brave he is. Because,
Because just bird thing comes out of nowhere.
probably wisdom.
1, 2 kills.
It runs.
Well, you would.
And the 2 Korbadays on
2 Kribos, yeah.
the Dragonborn Eye. With stabby daggers.
On El Dragonborn.
9.
That's
No.
advantage, isn't it?
Second one.
And
18.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Pack tactics.
Ooh, yeah,
Don't tell
okay.
him that.
Well, in that case, thanks for reminding me.
Remind him.
I'm sorry.
So-
Sam did it as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, 18.
Yeah, you prick.
And I'll roll for the other one. That's
Oh.
22.
You should just shut up.
Yeah, you should have shut the fuck up.
Okay, so first damage, 3 piercing, and second one, 4.
Cool.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, I'll heal you.
You should have shut the fuck
I'll
up.
heal.
You can't heal!
I've got medicine.
Don't worry, I have,
No one has.
yes, I could...
Well, it's Jim's turn now, and he's going to save Billy.
You ruined everything with that. You...
Sorry.
Idiots.
That's a success.
That's a pass.
Not good enough.
If you were troll...
Hang on, is it a save you can add your heroic to?
It's...
But I don't think it would change
No, these
anything.
aren't
It wouldn't
abilities.
change because it wouldn't
Yeah.
count as a crit.
But if he failed that one, he just spent a hero
Oh,
point
yeah,
to
fair
change
enough, fair
change your
enough.
success.
Well, it's my turn. I'm going to, like...
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
slam it into the ground.
Oh!
Ooh!
Ooh,
That's a critical.
So she went from missing constantly to catch this crit. And that's like 10 damage.
Yeah, it's like 10 damage.
That's probably enough to get rid of it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like this toy.
So, who's next?
Oh, I broke it!
Oh, my God.
That would be...
The winged thing is not there.
No.
Greenest people.
Greenest people.
Uh...
Right. Some of them are going to step forward to attack. So I'll say, like, noticing that you've gone down. They're stepping over you. Some of them, 2 of them are going to tend to you.
Yeah.
So you're stabilised.
Woo.
And so each of those.
If only had healing word, you
Commoners
just
are
hit
going
me from a
to attack.
distance and then I just get back up again.
So 2
I don't
kobolds
think I
getting
can
attacked.
get healing word as a paladin.
Oh, you're not in combat, are you?
No.
So you can get to him and...
One kobold gets hit.
Yeah, I can.
That's a miss, and one of the cultists. That's a miss. So 1 kobold gets attacked by a commoner, and they only hit with a club. So
Is it 5?
unless you chose to give it the scimitar, did you want to give them the scimitar, or did you just leave them to have the club?
I think I left them with the club for the time being.
Yeah. Okay then.
I only
So-
really picked up 1 scimitar, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I only just took it for me. I didn't expect...
So I'll say that one takes 3.
They'll probably get the scimitars afterwards.
Okay. So who's next?
Troll.
That would be Kaka.
Oh wait, sorry, cultist is next, sorry.
Cultist.
I keep forgetting the cultist is a prick.
This one here.
The one that got clubbed.
It's the cultist.
Oh yes. Yeah. Well, the cultist is going to attack the commoner
How dare you hurt my minion?
and misses.
And that's a complete flub.
Yeah.
Now Troll go. Unless the cultist wants to run away.
Fuck.
Let's hit this cultist.
With his bonus action.
No, with my normal attack. That's
Oh.
actually a 10.
That's a miss.
I'll use a hero point.
Go for it.
That's a 15.
Yep. Hit.
He takes 9 points of damage.
Oh, what's he got?
Oh,
It's gone anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am a turn there then. So I can't attack the
Sam.
thingy.
My turn. Sure. I'm going to move into here, and I'm going to use Healing Hands, which I can restore his HP up to my level. You
Times
get 1
5.
health. Is it times 5?
Lay on hands is time.
No, Healing Hand.
Yes.
The
level.
Asimar thing.
Yeah, it might be then.
1 HP. There we go.
Sauce.
But it's the kobolds.
I'm going to... Can I use my bonus action
Yeah.
to kind of just yell at the kobolds to intimidate them?
Oh. Okay. So make intimidation if you like.
Okay, so my intimidation...
So
Ooh,
be opposed.
7.
That's a 20.
Yep.
None that.
Oh. That's the first kobold. Second one.
You had to beat 20.
Oh. Yeah. They're all freaking out.
And this is what I love about kobolds, they're cowards. I basically offer you my hand to help you back up. You're a heavy one.
It's only 200.
Yeah, £200.
206.
We're not far from the keep. Let's make
Right.
haste. Along the way.
I'm going to loot the kobolds
Number 5.
that we killed.
Townsfolk. So is there...
On-
Yep. On their possession, they are stolen items worth 40 gold.
17 total.
And
we'll give- All the villagers,
there's another scimitar because of the cultists. Obviously, daggers and slings from the kobolds.
daggers aren't really worth it.
The winged kobold only had a dagger on it. Okay.
Unless they want daggers, one of them getting a scimitar.
Do I pick up the winged kobold and use it as an improvised weapon?
The one that hit the kobold gets a scimitar. He
Because...
upgrades.
Oh! Could I rule of cool that? If I'm picking up a dead kobold and using it to beat up other kobolds?
I don't think
Strap
that...
it to your shield.
Yes!
Intimidation tactic.
Yes, I'm going to strap a kobold to my shield with the rope in my explorer's kit.
Okay then.
The winged kobold, which is stronger than normal kobolds.
Yeah.
So I'm basically going to have it as a display tactic of just intimidation. You
Yeah.
fight us, this is what happens to you.
What I'll say is, as a result, you will dismantle any pack tactics that they may have against you.
Ooh, okay.
So
And on the trip, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself and I heal.
So that's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yes.
You back up to full? No.
Yeah.
So if you're completely surrounded, they can't get advantage on you.
Oh, actually, a better thing for this character. I don't yell at them, I just glare.
And then the intimidation rolls against Kobold will be advantage.
Ooh.
Okay, then.
That might save us in the long run.
You're all making your way straight forward. We're almost there. Okay. The keep is finally in sight. And you notice that that the large door and one of the guards is shouting to you, quickly, we're about to close the portcullis, hurry.
Running.
Stop closing it for a second and let's get in. We've got women and children.
And people.
Hurry.
If it comes to it, I'll just
More is coming.
We'll use the crow to lift anyone that fails.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to fall to the back of the group.
Yeah.
Just to make sure everybody gets in without any kobolds or cultists
I'll join you in that.
coming at
Can
us.
I run on my all fours, but with one of the kids on my back? Because I have a strength
Yeah.
of 20.
Okay then, yes you can.
Very strong child.
Yeah.
I'll stay behind as well.
Right then, in
Just to make
pursuit.
sure everyone gets
And
in.
I'll make sure you two are in as well, because I can always fly in.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure you two are in.
As you're all making your way towards the keep in pursuit, running after you is up to you if you wish to face them in combat.
Are they kobolds?
You notice that there are 3 cultists, 6 kobolds, and an ambush drake.
I'm going to make an intimidation roll.
I'm not fighting the ambush drake, I'll tell you that.
Just this very imposing glare.
If I
of just
need-
this is what will happen.
And
just
he can do that. I'm going to start, if I have to, I'm going to start picking people up and just try to yeet them
Right,
in
you
if
need
I
to be
can.
at 19.
Or pick them up, I can't really do it.
So it's 15 plus 7.
Actually, sorry, 17 you need to beat.
No.
Because that's minus their wisdom.
I've got an idea.
What did you get?
Total of 15 plus 22.
Right then, no way the kobold's going anywhere near. They're like,
What about the
okay.
cultists?
The cultists are not intimidated.
Okay.
Right.
But they're too fanatical to be intimidated
Okay.
by you.
I'm throwing my cloak up,
Yeah?
revealing my horrible visage.
Yeah?
It's called Unsettling Presence.
Ooh.
As an action, I can unsettle any creature I can see within 30 feet of me. The target has disadvantage on all saving throws
Ooh.
for the next minute, and if they can be frightened, they have to test to see if they are frightened.
Right.
As I throw up my horrible visage.
Right.
As he
they
flashes
get
them.
advantage because they got Dark Devotion on saving throws against being charmed or frightened.
Right, okay.
So it'll be an advantage. So what would I need to make a test against?
They get disadvantage on this,
So it's just
Okay,
a normal
so
roll.
it's a normal
Nice.
roll.
Yeah.
And you have to test to be frightened, which is a willpower check, a wisdom check,
Wisdom. Yeah, sure.
with a DC of 4, 8, 12, 13, 14.
Ooh. Got a total of 3.
Wait, does it say
So,
creatures
frightened.
or creature?
All creatures within 30 feet of me.
So they're affected
Okay.
by the frightened ability.
So we're ahead of you then.
Yes.
So
But
we don't
literally,
see it.
Like I've literally just thrown it all off and go.
Okay, so basically they will not willingly move closer to you. And so which means that they won't be in pursuit.
But there's still the ambush drake.
Yeah, so you got the ambush strike to worry about.
Is that not frightened?
That would
I don't
actually
think
make
it's
a second
not
spot
in.
there.
I think it's something to do with intelligence when it's like creatures that don't have much intelligence.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
but
something to do
surely
with
they'd-
that.
Surely they'd be frightened of something bigger than them. Obviously, I've got my wings up and I'm looking bigger than I actually am.
But even if you aren't, you just hold it off for a minute.
If I can just hold it off for a moment to let everyone get through, then I'll
The
go.
three of us could take an ambush drake.
Well, the
Oh,
The
right.
ambustrake, I'm just going to say, is going to pass that, and it's
Okay.
going to make its way. It's like the one sort of threats to deal with.
Well, as soon as these are all clear, I'm going to fly up,
Yeah.
so I get out of its way. So,
Yeah.
and I'll fly into the keep that way. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just going to try and keep the cultists away. Get rid of it. But as soon as the ambustrake gets closer, I'm going to fly out of the way.
Claw its eyes out.
Right. So.
Do we
So
make...
you're kind of holding your ground, and are you willing to face the ambustrake?
Okay, so I'm waiting for Trish to get in first, and then I'm going to be able to run back in as well.
Okay then.
And
So
I'll
it's
be
like you retreat, you fly. I'll be the
So-
last in.
I'll be the
Okay.
last, so I'm frightened.
True.
So you go, and then I can always follow behind anyway.
But do we get them in though before it shuts?
Right then. So all the townsfolk are in.
And then the kid and I will be in.
Yep.
The dog kid.
Startled by some of the appearances of the characters, Linen is starting to sort of warn the guards, let them pass, they're allies. So to say that not to be scared
No,
of.
as soon as I've frightened them and go into the keep, I'm going to put my guys up again, so I'm covered.
Yeah.
I imagine one of the kids felt that's why they're on my back.
Yeah.
Don't it?
And so the last two to go in. So you're going.
I would go on with them lot, but
Yeah.
because if it comes to it, if I need to yeet a kid into the keep, I will have to.
Yeah.
If they're slow.
Your character goes.
If they trip, I just like
Right then. So
get in.
to reflect this, so they're going to say, right, quick, close the portcullis now. We've got no time. So
What he's going to do, he's going to roll in,
yeah.
drop his shield, but reach back and grab his shield.
Oh,
Do the whole Indiana Jones thing.
And I'll wait till it's nearly closed, and I'll fly in.
Right. So you said you're the last to go in. I
I'm
want
the
to
last.
make a.
No,
are
he's the
you?
last one to go in through the gate.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can fly in
that's fine,
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like you to make. Let's make it speed related. It will
So
be
dexterity.
Dexterity. It'll be your
Will that be
opponent's
acrobatics?
dex to see if it catches up with you before you enter.
Oh, the Drake.
The Drake.
Okay.
Yeah. See if it
If not, we'll do the
If
Star
not,
Wars Rancor thing.
it gets a portcullis in the face.
Oh, I knocked my dice there. That was a 9. That's
So we'll do
9.
that.
9 plus
9 plus 2 plus my dex.
15.
So 15.
15. Oh, just in time. The portcullis goes down, and you see a very angry Drake sort of clinging onto the.
I'm actually going to attack it through the gate.
Okay then.
Rapier, bang.
Right,
Straight through. So, I'm not going to roll this dice because that dice keeps betraying me. Ooh!
Get it in the eye!
This is going to be straight in the eye. So that's 12, 16 piercing damage straight through its eye.
Ooh. Ah, you have wounded it quite badly.
Am I
It's
still
backed
outside?
right off.
You flew up, remember?
You're probably in the air as this is happening, most likely.
And as it backs away, you see lots of arrows flying from the top, hitting it.
Do I have to dodge the arrows?
Oh, you're already through. Yeah.
No, I flew up.
Yeah. Are you flying over?
I'm flying over.
Oh, okay.
I have to.
Yeah. Oh, in that case.
Because I was staying behind, wasn't I, to help him get through.
Yeah.
But then as the Drake got closer, I flew up.
Yeah.
Yes, you basically made the Drake come out.
But you do see basically there's this dwarf with reddish hair, and as you fly over, he's about to do this in your direction, but luckily.
Lian, I think her name was?
Linen
Linen.
shouts no. Ally.
He's friendly.
No, he friend, not food.
He's friend, not arrow bait.
Right. So well done. You've entered a keep. That means level up. It's a milestone.
I get my spells now!
Yeah.
And my fighting style! I think you get your...
Is that the end for this week? Today?
Yes, so we are going to wrap it up at almost an hour and 40 minutes.
Not bad
Not
for
bad
us,
at all.
So,
Catch you next week.
yeah, catch you
Bye.
this time next week.
Bye bye.
Con 5.